good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, depending on where you are. My name is Victoria, and I'll be guiding the meditation. We will play music for a few moments and leave some time for others to join in. If you happened to be here last week when we talked about foot soaking, you're welcome to get yourself a bucket, put some salted water inside, and put your feet right in. It's a great way to help clear our subtle system and enhance our meditation. And if you haven't heard of foot soaking, that's fine too. For those of us who've joined already, make sure you're sitting comfortably. You can take off your spectacles, you wear them, and rest your hands, palms facing upward in your lap, and just take a few deep breaths. Just slowly switch the music. It's not a very high-tech operation here, as you can see. We do our best. There. So, let's raise the energy all together. And we do this, as you may know, by placing the left hand in front of the sacrum bone area and wrapping our right hand around it from back to front and slowly tracing the path up what we call the central channel, or you can call it the spinal cord. Then we go above the top of the head and make a knot with our hands and come back down. We'll do that again. And as we slowly bring up our hands, we also bring our attention up to the top of the head. And we'll do that a third and final time, bringing the right hand around the left and up the central channel above the top of the head, and we'll make 3 knots. And we'll just fix our attention there above the top of the head. And now with the left hand open on our lap, we'll take our right hand and do this balancing and protecting gesture, which is just simply to go up the left side of the body and over the top of the head, down to the right hip and back, like a rainbow or an arc above ourselves. We'll do it there and back 7 times. And we can sit for just a few moments with our attention settled at the top of the head, can just let the stress of the day or the surrounding noises just fall away as we bring our attention within to our spirit. Now this evening we'll be watching an excerpt of a program that Sri Mataji gave at the United Nations in New York. She will explain a little bit about the necessary steps for awakening the Kundalini, and then she'll go through the exercise. And it's always wonderful to watch or listen to Sri Mataji, because her presence and her voice carries tremendous amount of this energy, this same energy that is in the Kundalini. So we usually can have a much stronger experience when we're either looking at the photo or listening to her voice. It's something to try out for yourself, not to just believe it because I'm saying it. But as we go along with these meditations, we do hope to help you get more and more sensitive to these vibrations on the hands and above the top of the head. So I'll just switch on the video. You can keep your hands open on your lap comfortably. Just get the volume
It
here.
is. Once you have to work it out also, that Kundalini rises, pierces through your fontanelle bone area, gives you an actualization of baptism nicely. You should feel the cool breeze coming out of your head and should feel on your hands from all over this cool breeze. But you have to establish this connection properly. Sometimes the Kundalini attends to places where you have sickness, where you have mental problems. So you must learn. That's what I said, 1 month is needed at the most to fix it. Once you are fixed, it's permanent. A very simple thing is. Thing is that you have to ask for it. It cannot be forced. And it is vital that we should get it. All other vital things we have got spontaneously, without any trouble as human beings. But this is another stage. Say we have become human beings from amoeba or from, say, monkeys. But now what we are going to become, we are going to be empowered. That we can transform people. That we can nourish the nature. So because of this jump that we have to have in our awareness and in our strength, we have to understand what it is. Because God has given us brains to understand. And everything is logical. Absolutely logical. You can judge for yourself and see for yourself. That is the reason why somebody has to tell you, decode it and tell you everything. And then once you know it, you can also tell others. It cannot be done in the way we have got this human awareness. It's a much higher awareness about which I'm talking. And for that, somebody has to tell you all the subtleties or the decoding. But that doesn't mean that it's something obligatory for you. I personally think it's nothing for me, because whatever I have, it's nothing great. I don't think it's something great to have something born with it. But it's definitely great for you to achieve it. And that's the thing I respect. That you have achieved all these powers yourself. So there's no obligation at all, in no way. So at the very outset, I have to tell you there are two conditions we have to have. The first condition is that we have to forget the past and forgive ourselves. That not to feel guilty at all. I mean, it's something like a myth that we start feeling guilty. As a result, we catch on this center here, the left side of the Vishuddhi as we call it. And this center when you catch, you can get spondylitis, you can get paralysis, you can get angina. So it is useless to feel guilty. After all, we are human beings, we are not gods. So if you have done mistakes, what is there to feel guilty? Let the Kundalini find out. Why should we judge ourselves? That means you forget your past, forget your guilts and mistakes and everything, and you have to be very pleasantly placed towards yourself. Because now you are going to enter into the kingdom of God. So you should be very pleasantly placed towards yourself. You have to respect. I would say you have to love yourself and know that you are a human being and have self-confidence that you are going to enter into the kingdom of God. This is the first condition. The second one is that you have to forgive everyone. The other day somebody said that to forgive others is very difficult. Now whether you forgive or you don't forgive, you don't do anything. Again logically, you don't do anything. It's just your idea that you don't forgive. And when you don't forgive, you play into the hands which are trying to harm you. The people who are the ones who have tortured you are very happy, while you are the one who is suffering because you cannot forgive. So you have to forgive everyone. This is a very, very important, crucial point. As I told you, that this cross here of the optic chiasma, besides Christ, what he has told us, he has given us the greatest weapon, is to forgive. And if you don't forgive, you cannot awaken him. And if you cannot awaken him, there are two functions. One is the Kundalini has to pass through, and he sucks in our karmas and our conditionings from, you can see the two balloons there, to open up the limbic area for us, for the Kundalini to pass through. So if you do not forgive, it's going to be difficult for me because I cannot forgive for you. So please, these two conditions you have to fulfill. I hope it's not too much. Now, we have to take the help of the Mother Earth. So if you could take out the shoes, will be much better. Just the shoes, not the socks, but just the shoes. Please come in, there's a lot of space here. Yes, just come. Sit down. Modern yoga is very wonderful, I think, that sitting on the chair you can get your realization. You don't have to do all kinds of asanas. It had to be that way. Now, please remember, as I told you, this left and right side, there are two powers. The left side power is the power of desire, not of pure desire, but desire. The right side is the power of action. So we have to keep both our feet little away from each other. We have to sit comfortably, not bending too much or putting yourself backward too much, but just in a straight manner. And put your left hand towards me like this. This means that you want your self-realization, that you desire your self-realization. Just like this, very comfortably, please put your left hand towards me like this. And with the right hand, we'll be nourishing our centers. So right hand you have to put on your heart. We work only on the left hand side. I'll first show you and then we'll close our eyes and we'll work out the awakening of the Kundalini. Now in the heart resides the spirit. So first we put our hand on the spirit. Then we put our hand on the upper portion of our abdomen on the left hand side. Now this is the center of your mastery. That means by awakening this center, you get that power by which you can master the art of Kundalini awakening. Then you take down your hand in the low portion of your abdomen, press it hard. This is the center of pure knowledge. The pure knowledge is that knowledge that you get out of your evolutionary process, which manifests on your nervous system, on your central nervous system. Then again you have to raise your hand in the upper portion of your abdomen. And then on your heart again. Then raise your right hand in the corner of your neck, here. Neck and your shoulder, and turn your head to your right. This is the center which I told you just now is completely disturbed when you feel guilty. And I think today, with all of you, it has this problem. So again I'll say, please, please, forgive yourself. Then you have to take your right hand onto your forehead across, like this, and press it on both the sides. Put down your head and press it nicely. This is the center for forgiving others. Take back your right hand on the back side of your head and push back your head on it. Let it rest. Here, for your own satisfaction, without counting your mistakes, without feeling guilty, you have to ask forgiveness from the divine power which is all pervading. Now you have to stretch your hand fully and put the center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone in your childhood. Please put it there exactly. Put down your head nicely. Put down your head. Now, push back your fingers as much as you can. Put down your head and push back your fingers. Now, push your hand on the scalp nicely so it gives some pressure. And now you have to move your scalp very slowly, clockwise 7 times. Now, this is all we have to do. You can take out your spectacles also, it might help your eyesight. So please take out your spectacles. Now again I repeat, you have to be pleasantly placed towards yourself. Don't feel guilty. You have done nothing wrong in the eyes of the divine. Please now put your left hand towards me and right hand on your heart, both the feet apart, and now close your eyes. Here, you have to ask a very fundamental question to me. You may call me Shri Mataji or Mother, whatever you like. Mother, am I the spirit? Ask this question 3 times. Mother, am I the spirit? Please ask this question 3 times in your heart. Now, if you are the spirit, you are your master, you are your guide. So take down your right hand, the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side, press it hard. And here ask me another very fundamental question in your heart. Mother, am I my own master? Mother, am I my own guru? Ask this question 3 times. As I have told you that I respect your freedom and I cannot force pure knowledge on you. You have to ask for it. So now take down your right hand, the lower portion of your abdomen, press it hard on the left hand side, and here you please say 6 times because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. This knowledge has to manifest on your central nervous system, giving you a new dimension. Ask earnestly. As soon as you ask this question, the Kundalini starts rising. So now we have to nourish the upper centers to open the passage for Kundalini to rise. So now you raise your right hand onto the upper portion of your abdomen. Now press it hard on the left hand side. Here now with full confidence in yourself. Please say, Mother, I am my own master. Please say it 10 times because this center has got 10 petals. Please say it with full confidence. Mother, I am my own master. As I have told you in the very beginning, that the truth is you are not this body and you are not this intellect, you are not these emotions and you are not these conditionings or this ego. You are the pure spirit. So now please raise your right hand on your heart and say it again with full confidence 12 times. Mother, I am the spirit. Mother, I am the spirit. Please say it 12 times. The divine power, which is all-pervading, is the ocean of knowledge and of love. It is the ocean of benevolence and blessings. But above all, it is the ocean of forgiveness. So, whatever mistakes you might have committed, This ocean of forgiveness has a power to dissolve everything. So please forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Be pleasantly placed towards yourself. And put your right hand in the corner of your neck and your shoulder and turn your head to your right. Here you have to say with full confidence, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Please say it 16 times because this center has got 16 petals. Mother, I am not guilty at all. I've already told you that whether you forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything. But if you don't forgive, then you play into wrong hands and suffer. So now raise your right hand on top of your forehead and put down your head on your hand properly. Press it on both the sides nicely and say it from your heart. Mother, I forgive everyone. I am saying say it from your heart. Not how many times, but say it from your heart. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now take back your hand on the back side of your head and push back your head on that hand. Nicely let it rest. Here, please again remember, do not count your mistakes. Do not feel guilty at all, but just for your satisfaction, you push back your head nicely and say, O divine power, if I have done any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Now, please stretch your hand, your palm fully. Put the center of your palm on top of your fontanelle bone area, which was the soft bone in your childhood. Push back your fingers and press your scalp nicely. Here again, I cannot cross over your freedom. You have to ask for self-realization. So now please put down your head and press it hard and move it 7 times, your scalp, very slowly, with a pressure, pushing back your fingers. And here you have to say 7 times, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Put down your head nicely. Please, Mother, give me my self-realization. 7 times.
Now we can raise the right hand a few inches or 5 or 6 inches above the top of the head. And just observe whatever we might feel on the hand, warm or cool sensation. Then we can put our right hand back in our lap and check with our left hand above the top of the head, as we're sometimes more sensitive on one hand than the other. And we can return our left hand to our lap and just sit for a few minutes in meditation. Now we can slowly raise the energy as we did at the beginning, with the right hand circling around the left, going up the central channel. Making a knot above the top of the head as we tip our head back slightly. And we can do that a second time. And on the third time, we can make 3 knots. And let's try to keep our attention fixed up where we've made those knots. Finishing a meditation doesn't mean that our attention has to run immediately back down to all the other things that we were thinking about before. Let's do our protection. From left to the right and back again, making an arc over ourselves 7 times. Now, if you have a few more minutes to sit and meditate, please do. When our Kundalini is up and past the level of our thoughts is really when the inner growth takes place. It's something we feel and we come to know in a different way than a mental way. And it also helps increase our depth and our ability to get into meditation more easily. So in case we haven't posted, we will post locations of meditations in Ireland and Northern Ireland. So, I mean, they must be somewhere, but we'll find out and get them posted on the page. We always encourage, if it's possible, if there's a place nearby to go and meditate with other people live. It's a wonderful experience, very strong. Meditation at home is great as well, but you can't beat the effect of lots of people with their Kundalini raised. So on that note, wish everyone a great week. Do try to keep up the meditation practice. It makes a big difference. And we'll see you next time.